Chairman Wontumi ebetumi instruct any law firm instructed by Chairman Wontumi.
I can give you evidence. Obi de hame eyamasem needless. What is important is the substantive matter that I am discussing with Yoko.
Say ye na Chairman Wontumi ya ene okwako serve 20 years in prison no. And it's a miracle aboagye nya de oye no a wan hwe ane de na bebu Chairman Wontumi de no so. Insamayefo nyina kwaba epiem emra dwuma de esu asanso Francia ensama ekoso oman Ghana mu yɛde ne nyina ɛbrɛ ayefo ɛno akyi no abusua panikavu so adomi as usual wayɛ krado a ɔba bebiebiem na afei no yɛdi nsɛm ne mu nkɔmmɔ deputy attorney general after sɛ Chairman Wontumi yɛ jail no 20 years no papa no ba bɛdi nkɔmmɔ information ne nyina ɔde atodwa deɛ a Chairman Wontumi eko 20 years also wate se Ghana for edi nkomo ebi mo kasa se ai adenti ana wo mo Chairman Wontumi no mo ye adwuma no wo mo de ye gya wo mo Chairman Wontumi nko ade ye de no eko prison or nsem bebre ana tudwa quick one ye be boram na ye di nkomo Chairman Wontumi se me no kasa the situation ete say ye be boro na fe no ye di nkomo baransa na no Bernard and Twibu asiakon afi 2026 amani a wo hunu ne de ense ano ya ye den oye screen so say Wontumi makes first court appearance in Tano Numiri Forest illegal mining case 2 days after being sentenced to 20 years in the Samra Boy case. Abusia ai chema ya na fe no ye ni nkomai
de wo kan nyina ne say Bernard and Twibu asiakon said de ready to dwasa wa hyase a wonsa wo mu a ne 20 years no wo no abra wo ko prison na ende to so mienu na de to so mienu ne ye na edi kan a wo sa akoko to biem
na se
asem foforo a eno no eye kwaye foforo a na ni kwase no so owuram
eye Tano Numiri Forest
tumu agudia eno ne Tano Numiri Forest a wo bo awuram eno so ho asem edapono so a eneyi wo to aso no wakodi no so ho asem
na se me tie ni ya after such Chairman Wontumi kopie mu ewo insawan prison no ya sanso de na sa kwa gina court biem aya semu
ai wenu ni Numiri Forest ye friends say Tano ene Samra Boy Forest ni nyina no na wo court na Samra Boy de no mo wi a wanya ho 20 years no enti Tano de no no mu guso abo mo to aso a ene wo sa akoto aso na wakokodi
enti eno no so no likely say ombetimi asa de na akoje editor no bia kan ho ana say ade abia we na bento mehu no momo
eye different cases Exim Bank Bosia no eye different case tie ni e pa eno nka Samra Boy jail no judge ni read no mote was Samra Boy and a babon na Samra Boy enti sa Wontumi media no nsentwefo bi na enya guarantee enti no ma jail no Exim Bank no rodo rather se mo nim ni omoka Exim Bank case da ho Tano Numiri Forest case da ho and Samra Boy de da ho no de wadi ka age 20 enti and de wo mo wi enti it means say na afeye road akwan wo do ma remfi se okoji koko rose num ne ade wo so ye asante mantama de wo so ye
yenka Wontumi yenka bi ma no
kwaku
na 20 years de no sa osan ko sesi e ne se kwa ko jeli no 10 years or 30 years Exim Bank
kwaku
adoso
Chairman Wontumi mi ni kapre mfiri ne ho ana mi nya mfaso bia mfa mfiri ne ho ana de na wo ye ne nya de asabia ko to wo sam ye busu apanyin betna na me bo na baso na me ka chense de wa ye ne eye ntie nyan na me ye timifo ebeye de na me kro ya ma no dindin ma sentimi akotena radio ni TV so ma betra brighter media so na sa ka che John Draman ma say onye serious on kunti garanze won kunti akata che pre ne kankan ma adwene ye adwuma wo pese John ma kuti akata che pre ne kankan ene ye ke wo mu a ebase ye mmoya dwene wo sa de no a me number 1 na se nipa no odwa minsangu kanchensa wompade no we de henya hwi
na so 20 years ti 20 no yema ne ntwa no mo because omra no obe 70 years
obi kotwa obi bo odi odu ko bakwai circuit court na kwa Frederick Nangula otumi obi 15 years wa kotwa obi bo odi oduro ai akoso odwomu a enei akoso odwomu a 2 million obi ko 15 years Now they will be to me say a whole town, a whole Wontumi for forest as yana. A quiet young fasakanka. To so a bar sabi on Faber mother, na senetia. Yet did that Baba before be a moja pie, where Okura Munimoja pie, cause of cotton internet that way. Will be able to me say Kramen, Siatoma Krona mem. Who say a man 20 years was turn on the river forest and so sa. And another cook for any swadding unibi. I won't buy a rasa quite yen to more good diano. I fed the young cotuno. It's in one say I to say a kufu drunk a baby, a wood drew yeno. And was why near ye, sans and neminity way yeno. See, I cannot try order now. Ne last one woman.
And an amount for Casse. Galamse na chama Wontumi ye no. Akekare ka manfo na mabontia sa na mo keka. Omo se ebetumi aba se kufu adum nyina hyase. Ti Wontumi tu a na odi aba na o mate.
Ebetumi aba. Ena we no nya dia wo be fra me court wo se mra wo evidence no ne abra 2022 wo frige simpie ni apaso no ka che se akonta mining eni Wontumi nya galamse da. Enne court se waye. Eti ekyese na na de nko akufo na na ehye kutupa ebia na nka wonya mampanyini bia sabe no odwene wo man no ho ana otea na nka Wontumi amfa meduru ha barabra Wontumi ye na twe so po wura muo no wonya ba mu mpanyifo de na na nko akufo do wo support no ena ma wotumi koye no enu nti abronya na nkasa dance die mi tumira ma chesie mesim me court ho abronya se ne wokoye ni bia yetumu afom agudi ya friends president forest tie nie kono kuti abronya video no aya to di abronya na expose ba umia aya friends ai Wontumi eti minka bi man nya dai se ne palace na wosie no ori odi mimidi na eto so hu ana odi mma midi na eto so kwaku atienya yanka senye si anya ka bi man na wonte se China first lady former first lady ya jeli no hu Onte na hona about nko hona wate na wo kai mte
asam na ayamareho
sasai
because 20 years ni asa de ne kokko to biem ni asa kwa jeli no
ade de tie nie samra na wo mode ama numri forest 20 years no kano sasa na tie na the same abrabo no obo ya ane na no nso eda hono 15 to 25 years eno so obese anya bi akoka ho abai emu nipa na se obi aya ma na ban contract a no nso wanyo no adi skandia wasa ne sire mu no eno nso wo mra wo ho emfie sai ya de be kwa akoma no afei kwaje besia ta wo de be ya adwuma na koko nsu atimi afam hu ni nyina no wantimi ansam senchieti no amfa na evidence anko a eno nso obenya ti yanka mfua no de ne yanka kamom de Wontumi be 120 years de ne wanya
sese
sasa na de ntama mboso hunwi 120 years no anya so 50 years 120 years be kan wa na say 170 years ebia no be seke matu sala obebo mem kwaku ensema ye kabi mu obi paden obi nye bi ne de Wontumi aye no cause de Wontumi aye no de meme no me no life nyina to asam
o sa de amanfo so kan se esi ehwe employment tatama Wontumi akreti adwuma a wafa Ghana fo bi nze se sa nyuma ni nyina e ba begu ama
Wontumi enyo na ye Wontumi manager o ye CEO me former editor wo ne ba sie du Wontumi TV ono ye general manager Chairman Wontumi anya marketing manager said ye no na me kana no kra indeed opo wumpo ye adwuma wura enti bibi sise ya ehunsunsu aso no kakra betimi aka adwuma no because etoda ya katua na ye nya no wonsentwe adwuma mu no enkohwe but Wontumi bi obeba Wontumi station bia no o gitokoko gi yese no eno boa en se Wontumi ewo ho no 1pp mu a akonya Wontumi as media stations no any movement no ne ade no o mbenya ama MPs any ABS MPP wa ba mu a emu aba mu mpanyimfo aba ba grant interviews ama omanya kakra no so ye high but said the more Wontumi ni hono no ebema aniema bi atwe from ande ye nokre but se wunya good manager obebetimi manage niema ma niema akonkan na no nso nkyere se ne company ebe ko fomo ne mu adwuma fa wa employ wo mu ntie no okum Ghana fo nyina ye nya no kwaku numere tano ne wo mu kwoto asi de be kwa akosi bia wo mu wie na no nso wo mu di wie a benada ntwubo si akọ obenya ni mfie wo wie a contract ye de ma no a wo nyi akwan a wanye no so no ehon so enti kwakwei Sem ka John Dramani Mahama nso enye obi asabi ne timu as aya sempa enko no nso defamation akoto eno nso nko owie am yakwa akohwe ne ya di ho asem etimi sew mo bia nye mesam Ghana na we no enye wuka we anka bi amana na nche se wonko heaven ana aka bi mana na abeka heaven nyankopon no otesoro no kura asase na wo boy no ne yema hye no sade Ghana esi sensase no wabo hu eno ntimi ni se nyankopon kura ni beje se wo mo nam control do so emna so nko a ena wo mo de chema Wontumi ena wo kodem 20 years ye ena wo mo to so adi ni nsama aka nyina nyankopon kura ni beje sanse na body a wo boy no ya se no
Justice Ramsay, Deputy Attorney General, wa chechi nsemu na okane brofo yentimra yakoba ense yebechim because amanfo kase wo mo kodi adanse ma aban no ase wo mo de chama Wontumi managers no wo mo de ja wo mo but Justice achensemu to the yentimra.
Thank you very much. I'm wondering what the point is. Is it the point that because someone else has committed a crime, then we should let another person who has equally committed a crime to go? Or we cannot punish one person unless we punish all the other people who have committed a crime?
Is the second one not an option as well?
Pardon?
Is the second one not an option as well?
No. It is an option. But you see, these two gentlemen that they are calling, that they are calling us, they took advantage of the plea bargaining law and entered a plea negotiation, which resulted in a non-prosecution agreement that we have entered with them. The accused person, that is Chairman Wontumi, he chose not to take advantage of the plea bargaining law and decided to go to trial. So
what's in for the state? Justice Ramsay, so what's in for the state when Henry Okum and Michael decided to take the plea bargaining?
I think if you wait and listen to me more than you are asking questions, you understand what I'm trying to say. Please. What I'm saying is this. The two gentlemen entered into plea bargaining. And I believe you know what plea bargaining is, right? And when they entered to plea bargaining, a clause of the plea bargaining is for them to forfeit their excavators, the gold that was confiscated, and all other equipment. That is their consideration for the plea bargaining. So I think the public has been discussing this issue as if we just saw these two people and said, hey, come and testify for us and let's forgive you your sins. That was not what happened. They took advantage of the plea bargaining law. They bargained and forfeited their assets. A1 decided not to bargain. Pardon?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, A1, that is Wontumi, decided not to bargain to go to the trial. So, and if you see, that is why I say that we need to, as it were, read the judgment, because at the end of the judgment, the judge made orders of confiscation and all. So, and the judge stated in the judgment that we confiscated excavators, we confiscated gold, we confiscated other equipment. So, what did you think we did with those equipment? Those were the things that we used at the plea bargaining and entered a non-prosecution agreement as a result of the plea bargain for the two people, and as part of it, they were supposed to also be witnesses. And in any case, is it the case that unless you convict those guys, you cannot convict the Chairman Wontumi? Is that the argument?
Okay, Waku, Justice Ramsay.
The Justice Ramsay, Kanyina, no tintin in Timunini. On say cases in a chas, be told ya, Sir Attorney General, Ako Wontumi manager, and any Pebia catcher womo, so media dance ye, Niamfa womo dear the Infancha womo. And when they watch him, womo, Casada and womo dear, Yama woman fieni, I didn't say. A prayer, some chas, you know. You see. Any okum, omujutumu, to almost share be a friend say plea bargaining say. Now, what plea bargaining no? The man here, omujutumu say, wɔn excavators yɛ ne wɔn agyapadeɛ bi a wɔn nam so nyaaye ɛwɔ saa bɔnefo sɛm a wɔn kɔdi yɛ ne nyinaa no wɔn yɛ wɔn adwene sɛ wɔn ɛregye mu di ama aban no na wɔn asaa tue sika.
Nese wɔn kɔyɛ adwuma no gold a wɔn nyaaye sika a wɔn nyaaye wɔn excavators ne wɔn nneɛma nyinaa no aban no agye ne nyinaa.
ɛna wɔn ti
ase. Nese nyɛ sɛ wɔn aba bɛdi adanseɛ ne yɛgya wɔn.
Plea bargaining nsa na tie kwaku yɛsesa bi kronto wakɔwia adeɛ anase makɔwia adeɛ memfa onye no abɛbɔ me makɔwia adeɛ yɛ 20 million afede ho atɔ me makɔwia adeɛ 20 million ɛne abɛkyem yɛ ne yɛde me kɔ anam sɛ ɛnyɛ hwee ma memfa akyire na me ne mpanyimfo nkasa na wawia adeɛ 20 million na wo kɔpiridi a wo sɛ me de 10 million ba no at least wo bi ewunim nyansa no now value freedom no 20 million no tua na ka chom se wo sa akorasi
according to deputy attorney general no chese chama Wontumi no ho kwan bia se ode sa neman obe ofo man no nanka ya gisika ne gold a wonya nyina so chama Wontumi tintintintin onim so obetimi the lawyers na any case no
Wontumi a share plea bargaining na sesa de yeteye no na de wo mu kyeremu nyina ne se Wontumi de wo yere ne nsam wonya nadwe se obedi okum ene ayisimo na anamo nachi enu nti agapade no ne niema bia woso de ba no ene ne woso tua no woanya nadwe so obetua ene wo wie no mo yense ene wo mu nso de ode aba no mu enti Wontumi ko no ma nsom esansa na nso ani ene mo yense ene mara no nkoso na eni ye wie na wo san yakọ ye wie ne bubọ nso de a ene na nyi obi de kuma ntwi bo si akọ enti Wontumi nso she plea bargaining na se na amfa esansa woanya nadwe so obagumu kwakwe aminka nchaw ade okum ne ayisi aye no eye the best thing area se sabibito saa na wo saa kwanya no a fa so na ye
ona se eba ye nanka Wontumi di na dwuma nyina godo nya ye ne bibia ema oman no ena oman ne nya sika na ja yese oman ne de baba ya dwuma ena se nko obi ankare but Wontumi de na manfo still na no ye jekura nsamfa ne tum
oh eno de se wono ne the main architect di said I get matter this there is a wo boase so for panyin ne kan ye no corruption case bia ya nye sika ye nsa ntwi nipa na so kakra na emo ma bia nka otumi ndie na bia so twen eba ka bia nka enko 20 years nse de memeti ase fa eno no kwaku na bia fie da no se wonimu a ka bebo okum ani ayisi abaso se waje pade nyina no ho ntade nyina na beka akɔte don na ade benantia fama wo mo because wo benyi obi o ma ntemo no ma ompre ma fa akɔte dom nante da obema oni ka sha ba
se bi so a Wontumi lawyers na amoa no
enye Wontumi lawyers na amoa kwa ku dia tie ni asem ne tie ni lawyer bie ni won ma wo free ni pem eye de wo pede ma ne client die tie ni okay lawyer bie ni ho
amafo ka se Wontumi lawyers na amoa no
obi obeka sa asem ni bia ne ye nipa asabia kronto na dwemu ha me hu se won mo ebo andi achi ani ade kwaku kakra mi nim no ansa na me lawyer be court bia na obi same ene se ne ye koso se na apesa me ye no watena se na ode wadwene aba sa wode wadwen ba onu wa futo bi ode be ma aka cho se o we no de se na nka wo se ko enti aka me nko ade anka apa anka enya ni sei nanso se wo free say wo de na wo kana na wo pese enya so dia no problem lawyer no di sa ade ne be ma bisa wo bia wo high lawyer bia obi enu one man lawyer se me de me kwa de me pe na de ama me client wonu tena se so adwene to adwene ane ye ko ne sei se na apese ye ka no na ba bia ya na edura na akoka lawyer no nko an eye eduru ba bi se cross examination no ne ade na eye lawyer no na how na unso be use experience ene wadwene na wo de ayo enti e won de se ba bi e bi o mu blemu andia I don't have any problem because matters yes cross examination ba bi wa anya ade ne ade e wo de you can't blame Wontumi but any step a won mu tu ye e koso ye file ye nko plea bargaining ye nko ye sei plea bargaining na ye koro pese se ne ye koka sika se ne ye mfa nko nyina no efiri Wontumi ho anya ade ho eti munya sa blame game na amode ye no ne ye nko anim enti se wonnim anka yisi obebo na baso kwa kumadika ka cho se me ko prison me antimi an spend 30 minutes meti woni si owro me se ya san se me twemani na me wo mo dan na etim na ye ne wo mo ye asore no na re wo mo abonten ni page ram poma na chi mama bonsi di mfanko di wate mama wonsi di mfanko di wate me sika kakra bia na da me botom no kwaku ni nyina say because areho hye me ma emrantie a wo mo awo ne dua fie ho papafo wo mo ye middle age and wo mo nyini pa na read the kind of youth a wo mo ma na me ho po ya to fa hodie enuane ayeye ma onye papa huntumi nya hwe enipa huntumi fie a wo sie. Can you imagine huntumi mpa wo da so ho hey sie betutu huntumi special sie entutu ne special wonya ne se de wo tere fie da enti nka memini huntumi a de ne wo se attorney general na ehwehwe ene aba ne hwe nyina no kaminyan na memfama no because huntumi nye huntumi ne nyame ye wadom na wa manyuko no sa aba pa wa biemu a obetimi asanya akwanya foforo amotumi de abuild ho but tintintin na da bewi eti saa momyenka bi ma no munyai attorney general abekirem de kokosi ye enti me de ayesini wokum ne de wo ma yusu wo ma dwene pa e bia wotimu a ensu huntumi nkyira de wo pe ya ne yete kona wo banku ni aye ka ne ma wo mo ya ka banku ni di beso no ma sa nkra do kona fe ni ya bebo ni akonoa fitan ne namu kwara be kwa ya ye no prison ho de ma wo mo kwaku se wo no bi nya asamatie obi oye mansotweni obi opeduabo so sani pa mienu mansotweni ani duabo suro no de ntia meka sa ne se mansotweni ye nipa and for one the quantum of what you have done obetina so no watwemanso some no tie ya me ne wo ye adwuma ya ebia in the course of some ka say ya ebia na me nan atia wo mansotweni enyem obetina so ma wo nan na etia na wo nya aware no ono betimi atwemanso na wonim sese no ntino no watwemanso eno na ma sa nipa ne hu no akupa nchakura wonfi afi obi opeduabo kwaku you can ye kwa ye be de bia ye fomfom ye ho de bia ye fomfom ye ho enti probability say obefum nu ye be ne high but so ko sia wo bia wonim duabo a no mfa asam ncha you very careful ebre wofum no ye na dzo bobodua na mesrew se ewo se wo na opanyini bia ni tibu bobe no oba no bepa nchewa ma ne mpa ne chewo se ne be ye obegyaye because any pani hu eche bonsam.
Quick one. Kwakwa nyido akasa. Kwakwa nyido na oye the late Atamos ne padi pa ni nipa na chama Wontumi asemi wakasa fa ho intimra.
The justice system. That's what we respect. We are not operating a jungle justice system. So the justice system has said that, so be it, and that they have found him guilty. I've heard his lawyers. None of them has said that the ruling was out of place. I think what I'm hearing them say is that they're going to appeal, which also is part of the justice delivery system. But then again, you see, this morning also I've heard narrative from the NDC side in a more sovereign way, where politicians are saying, look, collectively, let's be careful. That if we don't do things right, one fine day, as President Mills, an astute lawyer, will often say, you know, the wheel of justice sometimes tends to grind slowly, but eventually, there's also a saying that the law has a very long arm, and so the long arm of the law can get you. I mean, so the judgment has been passed, so Chairman Wontumi, as it is now, I think he's in the custody of the Ghana Prisons Service, and so his lawyers say they will appeal, and let's allow the court system to work. Yes, I mean, one moment you're enjoying freedom, another moment you are in the hands of the law because of something that hasn't been done right. But at least it brings the point more poignantly that this ecocide thing, which what we all call galamsey, if we don't watch it, one fine day we will all be imprisoned as a nation. Imprisoned as a nation. And when I say that kind of imprisonment is when we have killed everything, and then we'll imprison ourselves, and that's where we don't want to go.
Okay.
Koku anyido. Wadi nkomo ba quick one yenwura mu ai.
Well, nensam akwaku eka ni nyina ene se ensam na aba no one day onim say e mmara kwan so ene eba ya judge ne gusu a wobua nasem afei wo hu seche ma Wontumi lawyers ne kasa, and that is democracy. Wo mon sem wo kan so hu se obi e kasa e bia enye mmara kwan so ne ade ba ne nsem wo tie nyina se omo so mbe ya pi, and so that is the democracy. Ye ma kwan na court no nya adwuma e kan ye court system no for appeal no na o tu Ghana fo nyina afo se ya nre ye a sa garam se kon no bedrum rebi ne nyina ye be ko prison, and watch me in the sense say ye be ko prison say wotu mamu na onya nsuo nom, wotu mamu na onya aduane ni e de say de oda ne bia fie ene adea en kwaku asem no eno ano no da bia meka sasa wa argument ne be ye de na sabi yanum bi no de yetimi ato asene ya support wa unless say you go to article kwaku ye di ka kire mu dada de ama say ye kane no a enka Wontumi nka 3 years pe na nkoko mfia ne da wono no ana moa mo ba ye ana da kwaku fuado a Wontumi ka ho ane mu be form as majority no ana mo sesam mu na se be dwan kra ka sa mo mfamfiri 10 to 15 ene o se che mensa bonzo 10 15 de e fododo ti emfa nko 15 to 25 ana mo ya dodo nti mo gitu mu na mpaase ye edru ba bi kra no Joe Wise be kwa na se be dwani se ono nso de opeso de ba ani operation shoot to kill ya nya sa amra no ya beto so wo ye illegal na ye mo otuo ni nku wo be ka ya haya metna ka se nyansa nim se obi ya ade anye papa you need right to the credit feeling some na mo amanyofo na mo ya kromfo na mo wia yesika no e shoot to kill but and one people for the omo decide ye no enti nyu obi na dey samra we baaye e na judge nko fa amra bi amfiri ba bi na ode baaye enti some people person wo mu ko to bibi na wo mu ke bibi na ye mu bi ni yetia etimi amie wo say indeed judge na amfa amra kwa so a quote the article mami mu ba bia judge ne ye mfomso wo say article so a kire say me ko session na me person de mu obi a metimi dia mu obi abrame mo minister bia mane kwa kunu me hu say eh ene sa na judge wa anka nokre article so kire mu say me metimi obowra forest bia mu makotufo agudie me wia me nkata so na me gya hode akom say eh ene sa na judge wa di bone until then no MPP ni argument and for now no it is only nkwanchan for no and wo mo keka but ne lawyers na nkasa de wo mo kanyina nso be ya appeal and appeal so de wo mrem e wo so ye na agrada akra nya 15 years na nti ye ma appeal ba 1 year e me ne wotifia e bia na Wontumi na nitra ye na bia 20 years na o mate so kakra de ama no etimi ni kuku ya adwene yenye very careful near support any government obey na just obeko de atia saketa ase prayer kan galam se kun because kwaku si anhwe ya and me no kasai uko some areas ya mining areas a oye de nsuo firi bi ne de ba na omoto no omontimi nom nsuo wo mu krom ho no ya to banchenum keke kura no wo mu koto firi ba bi na omo de aba adentira wo mo se wo mo nsa asene nyina ma wontimi mfa nya hwe biem ayi musika nyina na omo de sika ne to nuane ne nsuo ne nnuro de firi ba bi de ba enti se de wo ka no ye ne ayetie mamu nanso ya nre ye be yetukofo ne adane ne duafo ayetie mamu ye ho hwe nyi enti me ne koku ya adwen
okay miracles aboagye akodi nkomo bi na san komo no na Ghana fo tunuvu say na chama Wontumi ya enne okwako serve 20 years in prison no and it's a miracles aboagye nya de oye no a wanhwe ya ne de na bebu chama Wontumi de no so na de enkotie nkomo we mra o se na yiri kura gya no na de entie mra
because you believe so much in story now on a Ghana for a channel every no do you feel say you've been defamed?
Obi, I haven't only been defamed though. I have been maligned. I have been to say me raho. Men kanda da. Man ka yesa me raho na me wo. He Obi to he dem David Tamaklo. Wa try out show social media say me nya me ho ama ma ware miensa. Me no ka say me rekra wa packing the bags o. Obi de ha me e won sem ni na 3 wives no. Say me wa 3 wives an kan me ya. I can make atum, but see a minute 3 hours I do atum is free. Not just Obi.
No, say no, and on nipa na okan you know. It is within your right to institute civil action.
No, but they are all emanating from.
It flows from your consent.
Obi aye no pe o me no ka say ebusuafo ni ade nyina frɛ sɛ na wo 55 million na on come. What you say? So it's I think that they've done me a lot of disservice. That does not in any way take it away from the fact that we are discussing substantive issues. which I have always cooperated on those substantive issues. Endra Krame Koho. So what I say, Endra, I was there. We are discussing substantive issues, serious issues that we are discussing. And I keep saying, some of these things, you go for too. From my successor now, no what personal vendetta be, and I just say, a queen be as or no say me buy me in it, be a woman buy a minimum permanent job. A Jumana, a Jumana, womb see a minimum permanent, money a permanent. Then, and I'll say, Mimi, you ready. I never sacked him. It's not true. He was employed on IGF. Me more than me employed in the proper civil service. Obi, how does it become a minister? I can give you evidence for you to read. Sometimes I am in private engagement conversation when I will share. But when I gave you this job, you were happy and said, "God bless me."
Asempa FM.
That
will be the land ministry, dear.
Yes, civil service, dear. Obefa was civil service letter. You were happy and said, "God bless me." So how do you say God bless me after you've come to pick your letter and then you come and why do you do this? Obi.
Yeah, but what he did not be standard procedures, at least when you take over an organization and you feel say what will be I want to say now we institute your friend is saying an audit into how the place was run. Why should that be a problem?
Well, you see, there's a difference between witch hunting. There's a difference between witch hunting.
Yes.
So there's a fine line between witch hunting and audit in good faith. Say audit in good faith, and I will not be having this confusion. What kind of audit reports? Okay, do you see the gaps? In one breath, the audit report tells you, say, we started no document. Yeah. Then the same breath, the same audit report on the same subject, but they say, after reviewing documents, the same audit report. Report, I will say, you cited no documents. That same report will say, after reviewing documents for the same subject matter, I find that say is the issue. When who document, I'll review documents. There are a lot of issues I can raise in this audit report. But again, like I keep saying, I am needless. What is important is the substantive matter that I'm discussing with Yoko, which is the procurement processes and all of that of 5.2 million. Nothing more, nothing less. 55 million be any baby because organization ankasa me the report achrew am we organization ankasa me ko mukra sika me kokoto ye e ba ne say na organization na 33 million utumi we 55 million na say utumi san ye adwuma. Doesn't even make sense. Accountant here you were trying to use as a decoy to make it look like guilty by association. This accountant is not liable and not paying any 50. I've shown you all the documents. The accountant is paying 558,000 of something that he has owned up to. I don't know how the man no kaboom. It's unfair.
Miracles aboagye.
Adeɛ baako a mehunie. Na nsa na meba na asɛm na ankasa so me de futu odi kan no. Ɛyɛ Wontumi case ni wie ye na mehu sɛ. Sɛdeɛ na aban ne ka. Sɛ ye mo ma botre. Na ɔmo pɛso ɔmo ye nhwehwɛmu nya nyina so ma pa. Ansa na ɔmo de obi de awura court no. Kwaku miracles nya hwɛ yie. Because Wontumi de na ma me de so far. Mehunu sɛ obi aban ne beso no mu say corruption ebia illegal mining ana bonofo sembi ne nipa na die no na wo modi na wura court no na wo mu onyina so mapa ebia betimi de wakwa akotum enti wo yo ne ma no aye ne yi sedi odi ka de tu dwa no so we be na da nchipo sia ko a ehya ase no nam nya remi gra men grata no oyi no Wontumi movement so no oyi ne ha ekobia chenwo ba bia kwa kosie e kire se me ne wo kasa yi atoni general no e wo clear evidence a bia miracles wonimu so you have to be very very careful ana wo sa akire mu se abra Yoko frɛ wo no omo a interview am for 55 million bia fine me na me ne wo bi enti wo na wo ko na wo ko yi
say Yoko fo nso de betu dwa se bibi senti no o ma frɛ no
enti na me kan se there ba me bese you and I were not there wo na akoye wo no so bibi senti ni afrɛ wo enti wo no wo mo ho na wo yire sesa ne niema free fie because of this case enti wo yire sesa ne niema kwaku minim oba kura wo ne tete yie na wo ye wasade yie se kunu na se asem se yaba ye mu awofombo allege oba ne se me sesa me niema sometimes ye twa nto amomie nka de ye tokuro bi da wo ne ba yetimi ahuri ni ade afam so atiase obepie no obetu sa na mo unless wo ne nti yie enenye we nti no woko eye bibi foforo nti na bi ode ko because wo ye wo kunu na no kunu te na asem se yaba ye omo ye bua omo fokoro nti chema Wontumi ne ye bra beza niema na wo afa ne yese ye allegedly ede na ye za niema sa we ntimi en simpata emma wonya mihu ahumobro bia mfamfiri obi awo asem na aba ne se yese wo nso watwe afam eno ntini yahwe yie wano kasa samemini watie the best thing pa ne say wasam kokotwa stop granting interviews. Stop granting interviews because in the course of your interviews no betimi akansem bi and during the day your arrest was started no ye bom monitor o kasemu wonantiemu waditiemu wanreya in the course of your interview now wombenya bi no mo dia ba bisa wo courtroom one mo na ya video o kwa dey so samemini Dennis Miracle aboagye a ofrem ya the best na meka che on say asam no akwa akopiem wo iyoko for now entimesrem mo enya abotre na yenhwe asam de bekwa akosie mintimi nka ho simple the more you are explaining no na wo wanre ya na wo de ho kwa akose ko na bia wanre ya emfa emwa say yakoba say ampa wo mo interview ebisa obibi fa 55 million wa na wa ba bontra ba beka yie ni say wo mko court ne ye de ba ukoye interview say ye ni yet ni ushia no ya mi say obibi amfa ho ebere ni ushia no nkoma ya ni udi ye ni na oja na akoyi ano say eno nti na enye necessary ontie futuo na mbi no de ma no you are a young guy one bro so America say bi kura 40 kura wunyai enti say wonya kura na bi a 40 nya botre relax when you the end of your journey nanya botena wonso wo evidence awo na so wo ne gada na fogo share wo mo court nanya radio so ne edi sa asama etesa Wontumi di ya kokori a 20 no wo kono no enti wanya botre no ntie futuo
quick one e dey see e ko e be sa ba biem akraifo nyina